Dear friends, welcome to Know Thyself YouTube Channel. Good morning. Hope you are all staying safe and keeping well. I sincerely thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel and follow the channel. If you find the contents of the videos uploaded in this channel useful, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification or the bell icon so that you can be notified when a video is uploaded. Kindly share the videos with others or in the internet. In this episode of Sunday Reflections segment, we present the homily for the fifth Sunday of the year based on the liturgical readings of the sea cycle. Readings of the fifth Sunday's liturgy dwell on the theme Christian Vocation and Mission. Reverend Howard Hendricks, a Texas-based Presbyterian minister, author, speaker, and educator, narrates in one of his books an interesting incident that had taken place during one of his travels. The plane he traveled in was delayed. The passengers became irritated, impatient, and demanded the reason for the delay. Howard noticed that one of the flight attendants was calm and composed, and she treated each of the agitated passengers politely, graciously, and kindly. Even after the flight took off, her poise and control over the situation was amazing. When she came by his seat, Howard asked if he may write a letter of commendation to the airline on her behalf. Thanking him for his kindness, and after denying his offer, she said, "I don't work for the airline. I work for Jesus Christ. My husband and I have prayed this morning that I may be a good representative of Jesus Christ on this flight. I do not consider my job as a career, but as a calling and a vocation. I serve Jesus and others in His name through my job." The readings and the liturgy of the fifth Sunday of the year present the call of Isaiah to be the prophet of Yahweh and vocation of St. Paul and St. Peter to be apostles of Jesus that involved lifelong obedience and surrender to God and representing God in the life of those to whom they were sent. Like them as Christians, we are invited to be bearers of Jesus' good news and represent Him in our professional life and career situations, particularly by accomplishing the demands of our job in the best possible manner. In the first reading, Prophet Isaiah narrates the event of his call to be a prophet, which he receives in a vision. In the historical context of the Jewish kingdoms of Israel and Judah joining hands with the kingdom of Syria in an unholy alliance against the kingdom of Assyria, the Lord calls Prophet Isaiah to speak on his behalf against this political move. Experiencing the magnificent glory of God in the vision, Isaiah declares his unworthiness before God, saying, "I am a man of unclean lips, living among people of unclean lips." The Lord let one of the seraphs symbolically purify and make Isaiah holy by touching his mouth with a burning coal. Then the Lord asks Isaiah, "Who shall I send? Who shall be my messenger?" Prophet Isaiah says in reply, "Here I am, send me." Thus he receives his prophetic vocation from Yahweh and the mission to guide the destiny of both the Jewish kingdoms. In the second reading, St. Paul addresses those at the Christian community in Corinth who questioned his authority as an apostle and his teaching on the doctrine of Jesus' resurrection from the dead. He reiterates the fact of his vocation to be an apostle of Jesus and the mission to preach Jesus' message, though he is unworthy, untimely born, least of all the apostles, and a persecutor of the church. Having stated clearly the truth about his apostolic vocation and mission, St. Paul tells the Corinthian Christians that the doctrine of the resurrection of Jesus from the dead he teaches is something he learned from Christ himself and is believed by the whole church. He asks them not to doubt Jesus' resurrection, but to accept the content of God's message and surrender themselves in God's hands. In the Gospel, St. Luke narrates in the context of the miraculous catch of fish, St. Peter's special call by Jesus and his mission to be the fisher of men. Peter paves out his nets for a catch at Jesus' word and makes a great haul of fish. Peter is overwhelmed by the miraculous catch of the fish. It makes him realize the greatness of Jesus and his own littleness. This realization makes him fall on his knees before Jesus, saying, "Leave me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." Jesus affirms Peter and commissions him with a special mission, saying, "Do not be afraid. From now on, it is men you will catch." As they came to the shore, Peter and other disciples with him leave everything and follow Jesus. On this fifth Sunday of the year, the readings and the liturgy invite us, firstly, to experience God's holiness in our life, that we may recognize our sinfulness. In the lives of the three persons about whom we hear in the three readings, we find that their experience of God's holiness makes them experience their sinfulness. Prophet Isaiah, seeing the glory of God, says, "I am a man of unclean lips, and living among people of unclean lips." St. Paul, while defending his vocation and mission as the apostle, says that he is unworthy, untimely born, a persecutor of the church, and least of all the apostles. St. Peter, after the miraculous catch of fish, says, "Leave me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." Like them, we must experience God's holiness so that we can acknowledge our littleness, limitations, and the need for conversion, thereby bring about genuine change and transformation in our Christian lives. Secondly, the liturgy today calls us to recognize our specific vocation and accomplish our unique mission in the church. Prophet Isaiah, St. Paul, and St. Peter had their specific vocations for which God called them and commissioned them with their unique missions. They recognized their specific vocations and unique missions and wholeheartedly accomplished them in the life of the people to whom they were sent in their personal historical context. In the same way, in our personal historical contexts, God has called us to our specific vocations and given to each of us unique missions to fulfill. We must recognize our specific vocations and unique missions, respond positively, and willingly do what is in our power to actualize our mission. Finally, the liturgy today calls us to use our professional life, career situations, and every other aspect of our life to represent God and His love for everyone. The flight attendant in the real life story we narrated considered her job as the flight attendant an occasion to manifest the love of Jesus in the life of the people whom she served. Likewise, we must be willing to do the little things we can to represent Jesus and His love for all in the context of our professional life, career situations, and every other aspect. In doing so, we become true instruments to make God known and loved in our families, in our neighborhood, in our parish community, and in the society at large. As we move into this new week, let us ask Jesus to give us the grace to experience God's holiness in our lives, thereby bring genuine transformation in our Christian living. Recognize and accept our unique missions and accomplish them wholeheartedly, and be ready to use our professions, career situations, and every other situation as occasion to make God known and loved by people who are entrusted to our care. Amen. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed until we see you again with another video.